Dear child, today, the angels have a message for you. You have felt a deep connection with someone, a connection so strong it shakes you. It feels like fate, yet it confuses you. The angels want you to know this is not random. This meeting was planned long before you were born. Your souls chose each other. You were meant to cross paths, to awaken something within one another. Every conversation, every moment, every silence, none of it was by chance. This person was sent into your life for a reason. They are here to teach you, and you are here to teach them. Even if they seem distant, even if they don't express it, your presence has changed them. Your love has reached places inside them that they were afraid to face. You have awakened them even if they do not yet realize it. The angels want you to trust this process. This person is going through their own transformation. They are facing fears they have long avoided. They feel this connection, but they are afraid. Afraid of its depth, afraid of losing control, afraid of being vulnerable, but the angels are guiding them. Their heart is opening even if they try to resist. Their soul recognizes you. Even when their mind doubts, their spirit knows the truth. You were placed in their life to help them heal, and they were placed in yours to help you grow. This connection is not easy. It was never meant to be. It is a sacred bond that demands transformation. It forces you to look at yourself, to break patterns, to evolve. That is why it feels so intense. That is why it challenges you. The angels want you to know your love is a mirror. It reflects everything this person needs to heal. That is why they run. That is why they hesitate. Not because they do not care, but because they are afraid to face their own shadows. But the angels are working. They are helping this person find the strength to step into the light, to embrace what they feel, to stop resisting the truth. Your patience, your love, your energy has been felt, even in the silence. Even when you thought they weren't paying attention, even when they were distant, your presence remained with them. They think of you more than you know. They feel the absence of your energy. They are beginning to realize that what they feel for you is not ordinary. This is a soul connection, a bond that cannot be broken by time or distance, a love that was written in the stars. The angels ask you to trust the divine timing. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your souls are being prepared. This person is healing, and so are you. You too have been growing, learning to love yourself, learning to trust the journey. You have been called to focus on your own light, because when the time is right, you will come together not as two halves, but as two whole souls, ready to love, ready to build, ready to step into the divine plan. The angels want you to know the reunion is coming. The transformation is happening. What was once hidden is now being revealed. This love is not just a connection. It is a sacred mission, a journey of healing, awakening, and purpose. The angels are with you, guiding you, protecting this connection. Even in moments of doubt, when your heart aches with uncertainty, know that nothing is being lost. Everything is unfolding as it should. There is a divine timing to all things. You may not see the full picture now, but the angels do. They see the changes happening within you. They see the changes happening within this person. Even when they are silent, even when they seem distant, their soul is awakening. Their heart is being called toward you. There are wounds they have not yet healed. There are fears they have not yet faced, but love is breaking through. This love is not ordinary. It is not meant to be simple. It is meant to be profound, to awaken you, to push you toward growth. That is why it feels so powerful. That is why it challenges you. Because this love was never meant to be surface level. It was meant to be life-changing. And life-changing love requires transformation. It requires patience. It requires faith. This person has been afraid of what they feel, afraid of the depth of this connection, afraid of what it might mean to surrender to it. They have tried to run from it. They have tried to distract themselves. But no matter where they go, no matter what they do, they cannot escape the truth that their soul has recognized you, the truth that your presence has changed them in ways they cannot explain. The truth is that deep inside, they know this is not just another connection. You were sent to them for a reason, to help them heal, to show them the power of love, to remind them of the light they have forgotten. And they were sent to you for a reason too, to challenge you, to help you break free from old patterns, to push you toward your highest self. Because this journey is not just about them, it is about you too. You have been growing. You have been learning to stand in your own power, to trust yourself, to trust in love without needing proof. The angels want you to know this period of separation is not a punishment. It is a preparation, a time for healing, a time for alignment, a time to step fully into the person you are meant to be. Because when the time comes, when the universe aligns you both once again, you will be ready. Ready to love without fear. Ready to embrace this connection fully. Ready to receive the love you have been giving so freely. This person is on their own journey. They are being guided, even if they do not realize it. The angels are working within them, softening their hearts, opening their eyes, helping them to see what they have been too afraid to admit. That this love is real, that this love is rare, that this love is worth the risk. Even now they think of you, more than you know. Even in silence, they feel your energy. Even in distance, they are connected to you. Their heart is beginning to recognize what their mind has tried to deny. You are not just anyone. You are their mirror, their guiding light, the one who sees them fully even when they try to hide. And that terrifies them. Because love this deep demands truth. It demands growth. It demands courage. And for so long, they have been afraid to step into that truth. Afraid to be vulnerable. Afraid to love without walls. But the angels are helping them release these fears. Slowly but surely, they are beginning to surrender. They are beginning to trust. They are beginning to feel. You may not see the changes yet, but trust that they are happening. Trust that every step they take is leading them closer to you. Because when love is real, when love is divine, it cannot be lost. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far you may seem, what is meant for you will always find its way. Your soul knows this. Deep down, you feel it. Even in moments of uncertainty, you feel the pull. Because this connection is beyond this lifetime. It is written in the stars. It is carried in the whispers of the universe. You are being asked to trust, not just in them, not just in this connection, but in yourself, in your own journey, in your own divine timing. You are being asked to surrender, to release control, to allow things to unfold as they are meant to, because love cannot be forced. It must be chosen. And when this person chooses you, it will not be out of obligation. It will not be out of fear. It will be because their soul remembers. Because their heart is ready. Because they have done the inner work to love you in the way you deserve. And you will have done the same. This love is not just about reunion. It is about evolution. Two souls coming together, not from a place of lack, but from a place of wholeness. Two hearts choosing each other, not because they need to, but because they want to. That is what makes this love so powerful. That is what makes this journey so sacred. So trust in the process. Trust in love. Trust that everything is working in your favor, even when it doesn't seem like it, even when the road feels uncertain, even when you question whether this connection is real, whether they feel it as deeply as you do. Know that the angels are guiding you, guiding them, bringing you both exactly where you need to be. This is not just about timing. This is about alignment. The universe is not keeping you apart to punish you. It is preparing you, preparing them. Because this love requires two whole souls, two people who are ready to stand beside each other, not from a place of need, but from a place of strength. Love this deep cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. It must unfold as it was always meant to. And when the time is right, love will bring you home. You are not forgotten. You are not being left behind. The universe knows the desires of your heart. The angels have heard every silent prayer, every longing thought, every tear you have cried in the stillness of the night. And they want you to know nothing is lost, nothing is wasted. Every moment, every lesson, every experience is bringing you closer to what is meant for you. There is a purpose in this waiting, a purpose in this journey. You are being refined. You are being strengthened. You are being prepared for the love you have always dreamed of. A love that will not leave you questioning. A love that will not leave you doubting. A love that will not run when things get difficult. Because this love is meant to last. The angels are asking you to shift your focus. Instead of worrying about when they will return, turn inward. Look at how far you have come. Look at the ways you have grown. Look at the love you are learning to give to yourself. Because that love is the foundation of everything. When you learn to cherish yourself, you attract those who cherish you too. When you learn to honor yourself, you call in a love that honors you as well. This person is walking their own path right now. a path of healing, of self-discovery, of breaking free from the fears and wounds that have held them back. They are learning what love truly means. They are being shown that love is not something to fear, that love is not something that will hurt them, betray them, or abandon them. They have been conditioned to believe that love comes with pain, that opening their heart makes them weak. That vulnerability is dangerous. And so they have built walls. Walls are so high, even they have forgotten what it feels like to truly let someone in. But your love has been chipping away at those walls, not through force, not through demands, but simply by being, by existing in their life, by showing them what it means to love without expectation. Even in your absence, you are with them. Even in silence, your energy lingers. You have touched them in ways they do not even fully understand yet. But they are beginning to see. Slowly, they are awakening to the truth that love is not meant to be feared, the truth that love is not weakness. The truth is that love, real love, is the most powerful force in the universe. And you, dear soul, were sent to remind them of that. This journey is not easy. It will test you. It will challenge you. It will push you to your limits, but it is shaping you. It is making you stronger. It is preparing you for something greater than you can even imagine right now. The love you seek is seeking you too. The person you long for longs for you too. Even if they do not say it, even if they do not show it in the ways you expect. Their soul knows, their heart knows. And when the time is right, they will come forward. Not as they were before, not as someone who is unsure or afraid, but as someone who is ready. Ready to love, ready to commit, ready to meet you where you are, with no more running, no more doubts. You do not need to chase. You do not need to beg. You do not need to prove your worth. You have already done enough. Now is the time to trust, to surrender, to know that what is meant for you will never pass you by. The angels are working behind the scenes, aligning everything, removing the obstacles, healing the wounds, preparing the path. And when everything is ready, when both of you have become the people you were always meant to be, the universe will bring you back together. Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late, but in divine perfect timing. So breathe, dear soul. Let go of the fear. Let go of the need to control. Love does not need to be forced. It simply is. And when it is meant to be, it always finds its way home. Even in the silence, trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Even in the waiting, know that progress is being made. Even when you feel like nothing is happening, the universe is at work. This is not a delay. This is not rejection. This is preparation. There is still work to be done. Lessons to be learned. Healing to be completed. For you, for them. For the love that is meant to come together in its highest, purest form. The angels want you to know this journey is not about chasing. It is not about holding on too tightly. It is about allowing love to flow as it is meant to. It is about trust. Deep, unwavering trust. Because when you truly trust, you no longer feel the need to force anything. You no longer feel anxious about when or how things will happen. You simply know. You know that what is meant for you will never pass you by. You know that love is not something to cling to. It is something to receive, to give, to experience freely. And when the time is right, it will come back to you naturally. This person, the one you feel so deeply connected to, is on their own path. A path that only they can walk. A path that is necessary for their growth, just as yours is for you. They are not ignoring this connection. They are not forgetting you. They are learning to trust themselves, learning to open their hearts, learning to let go of their own fears and wounds. You see, love is not just about finding someone. It is about becoming the person who is ready for the love you desire. And that is what is happening right now. You are becoming. They are becoming. And when you both reach that place of wholeness, that place of readiness, the universe will guide you back together. Not as two people who are searching for completion in each other, but as two souls who are already whole, coming together to share something sacred. That is what divine love is. It does not come from lack. It does not come from desperation. It comes from strength. It comes from the truth. It comes when two souls have done the inner work to stand beside each other in love, without fear, without hesitation. And that is why you must trust this timing. If it is taking time, there is a reason you may not fully understand yet. But one day you will. One day, you will look back and realize why everything happened the way it did. Why did you have to go through certain challenges? Why did you have to wait? Why things did not happen the way you wanted them to, when you wanted them to? Because love this deep, this profound, cannot be rushed. It is sacred, and sacred things take time. So do not be afraid. Do not let doubt consume you. Do not let impatience make you question what you already know in your heart. Because your heart knows. It has always been known. This connection is real. This love is true. This journey is guided by forces greater than you, by divine hands that are weaving together the perfect moment for you and this person to reunite. A moment that will not come a second too soon, but also not a second too late. Because when something is meant for you, nothing can take it away. Not time, not distance, not fear, not even separation. What is meant to be will be, and no force in the universe can stop it. So breathe. Let go of the worry. Let go of the need to control how this unfolds. Surrender. Not to give up, but to trust. Trust in love. Trust in divine timing. Trust in the plan that has been written for you long before you even knew this love existed. Everything is happening exactly as it should. You are exactly where you need to be, and so are they. The universe does not make mistakes. It does not bring two souls together so profoundly, only to tear them apart forever. No, what is real, what is true will always find its way back. Because love does not fade. Not this kind of love. Not when it is written in the stars. Not when it is woven into the fabric of your soul. So be patient. Be at peace. Know that the angels are watching over this love. They are guiding both of you. They are aligning everything behind the scenes, even when you cannot see it, even when you feel like nothing is changing. It is, more than you know, more than you can imagine. And one day, when the timing is right, when your hearts are ready, when everything has fallen into place, you will come together again. Not as you were before, but as something even greater, as two souls who have grown, who have healed, who have become everything they were always meant to be. And when that day comes, you will understand. You will see why the waiting was necessary. You will see why the journey unfolded the way it did. And you will be grateful. Because love, real love, is never rushed. It is never forced. It is never lost. It always finds its way home. Even in the moments you doubted. Even in the nights you cried, wondering if they still felt what you felt. Even when it seemed like the universe was silent. It was never silent. It was working, moving, aligning everything for you. Every challenge you faced was shaping you. Every lesson you learned was preparing you. Because the love you are meant for is not just any love. It is a love that requires strength. It is a love that demands truth. It is a love that cannot exist within fear, doubt, or insecurity. And that is why you had to wait. That is why you had to grow. That is why the universe asked you to be patient. Because this kind of love, the love that is destined, cannot arrive before it is ready. Before you are ready. Before they are ready. And now you are stepping into alignment. The pieces are coming together. The energy is shifting. What once felt impossible is now unfolding. Slowly, gently, but with certainty. Because when something is meant for you, nothing can stop it. Not time. Not distance. Not fear. Not even the choices made in moments of doubt. Because the soul knows what the heart sometimes forgets. And your souls have always known each other. They recognized each other long before your minds understood. And now they are calling each other home. There may still be moments of uncertainty. Moments when you wonder if everything you felt is real. Moments when you question if you are holding on to a dream. But the angels want you to trust. Not just in them. Not just in divine timing. But in yourself. In your own knowledge. In the way your heart has spoken to you from the very beginning. Because your heart has never lied to you. Your soul has never led you astray. Every feeling, every sign, every synchronicity, they were all messages. Whispers from the universe, reminding you that this love is real. That it is sacred. That it is written in the stars. And now the stars are aligning. The universe is bringing you back together, step by step. Perhaps not in the way you expected. Perhaps not in the timing you hoped for. But in the way that is perfect. Because divine love does not arrive in haste. It arrives in truth. It arrives when both souls are ready to meet each other fully, without fear, without walls, without resistance. And that is where you are being led, to a love that does not waver, to a love that does not question, to a love that is steady, certain, and true, a love that stands the test of time, a love that no longer needs to run, a love that has found its way home. And when this love returns to you, it will not be fragile. It will not be unsure. It will not be something you have to chase or convince. It will stand before you ready to love without fear, ready to hold you with open hands instead of clenched fists, ready to walk beside you not just for a moment but for a lifetime. Because this love was never meant to be temporary. It was never meant to be uncertain. It was always meant to be forever. And forever is worth waiting for. So let go of the worry. Let go of the need to know exactly how or when this will happen. Let go of the fear that tells you this is all in your head, because it is not. Your heart knows what is real. Your soul knows what is true. And the universe is confirming it to you again and again. Through the dreams you have, through the signs you see, through the quiet moments when your soul whispers, just wait. It's coming. The reunion is closer than you think. Everything is moving into place. Even the things that seem like delays are actually redirections guiding you toward the perfect timing, guiding them toward their awakening, guiding you both back to each other in a way that is strong, whole, and unbreakable. The angels want you to trust. Trust in what you feel. Trust in what you know. Trust in the journey, even when you do not see the full picture. Because the picture is still being painted. And when it is complete, it will be more beautiful than anything you could have imagined. More powerful than anything you could have planned. More real than anything you have ever known. So hold on, dear soul, not to fear, not to the doubt, but to love. The love that has always been there. The love that has never faded. The love that is, even now, finding its way back to you. Because love, real love, never gets lost. It never disappears. It never forgets its way home. And now, after all the waiting, all the lessons, all the transformation, home is exactly where you are headed. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it fully at this moment. But trust that the journey is already in motion. The energy is shifting. The doors that once seemed closed are opening. The walls that once kept you apart are crumbling. Because love like this cannot be denied forever. It cannot be ignored. It cannot be buried beneath fear or doubt. It will always rise. It will always call you back. And when it does, you will see that nothing was ever truly lost. Nothing was ever wasted. Every moment apart was still part of the journey. Every tear, every longing, every night spent wondering, it was all leading you here. To this moment of clarity. To this moment of reunion. To this moment when love no longer needs to hide. And when that moment comes, it will be undeniable. There will be no more running, no more questions. No more wondering if they feel the same, because they do. They always have. And they have felt the emptiness of your absence just as deeply as you have. Even if they never said it. Even if they kept it hidden. Even if they convinced themselves they could forget. They could not. They never could. Because when two souls are meant to be, no amount of time, no amount of distance, no amount of fear can keep them apart. And this love, your love, was always meant to be. The universe is bringing you back together, not as the people you once were, not with the same doubts, the same wounds, the same fears, but as something stronger, something unbreakable, something divine. Because now you both understand. You both see why the journey had to happen this way, why the lessons were necessary, why the waiting was a gift, even when it felt like a curse. Because this love was never meant to be rushed. It was never meant to be forced. It was meant to unfold in divine timing. It was meant to arrive when both of you were truly ready. Ready to love without fear. Ready to embrace what was always there. Ready to surrender to the truth of what you share. And that time is approaching. The angels want you to know this is not a dream. This is not just wishful thinking. This is real. This is happening. The signs you see, the feelings you get, the way your heart still calls to them, it is all confirmation. They are feeling it too. They are waking up to it too. And soon they will no longer be able to deny it. They will no longer be able to push it away. They will have to face the truth that has been with them all along. That their heart belongs with yours. That their soul has always known the way. That home is not a place. It is a person. It is you. And when they finally step forward, when they finally look you in the eyes and say what has been in their heart all along, you will know that it was always meant to be this way. That the journey was necessary. that the waiting was worth it, because what you will have then will be something unshakable, something that nothing and no one can ever take away. A love that has been tested by time, a love that has been strengthened through separation, a love that has endured even in the silence. And that love, the one you have always felt in the depths of your soul, is the love that is now returning to you. So trust in what you feel, trust in what you know. Trust that the universe is bringing you exactly where you are meant to be. And soon, very soon, love will lead you home. Even when you cannot see the way, the path is being cleared. Even when you feel like nothing is changing, everything is shifting beneath the surface. Even when it feels like you are walking alone, you are being guided step by step toward the love that has always been meant for you. This journey was never about loss. It was never about endings. It was always about becoming the person you were meant to be. Becoming strong enough to receive the love that was always destined for you. Becoming whole within yourself, so that when love returns, it is not to fill an empty space, but to expand the light that already shines within you. Because love is not about completion. It is about reflection. It is about two souls who have walked their own paths, who have faced their own fears, who have healed their own wounds, and who now stand before each other, ready to love without conditions, ready to embrace the truth without fear, ready to step fully into the connection that has never truly been broken. You were never separate. Not really. Even in the distance, even in the silence, you were always connected. Your souls have never stopped speaking. Your hearts have never stopped feeling. And now the time of waiting is coming to an end. The energy is shifting. They are awakening. They are feeling the pull just as you are. They are realizing what you have known all along, that love like this does not come twice in a lifetime. That love like this is not a coincidence. That love like this is written in the stars, woven into the very fabric of your existence. And they are being guided back to you. Not by force, not by pressure, but in truth, by the undeniable, unshakable knowing that their heart has never belonged anywhere else. This is the reunion your soul has been waiting for. The moment when everything aligns. The moment when clarity replaces confusion. The moment when love stands before you, certain, strong, and unbreakable. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to question it. You only need to trust. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Trust that the universe has heard your prayers, felt your longing, and seen your tears. And trust that true, divine, destined love always finds its way home. The love you seek is seeking you too. The person you long for longs for you too, even if they do not yet have the words to say it, even if they have struggled to understand it, even if they have spent time running from it. The truth remains, the bond remains, the love remains, and it is pulling you back together, slowly, gently, in perfect timing. Because love like this is not meant to be rushed. It is meant to arrive when both souls are ready to receive it fully, when both hearts can hold it without fear. When both people can stand before each other and say, I am here, I am ready, I have always been yours. And that moment is coming. Can you feel it? The shift in the air, the quiet knowing in your heart, the sense that something is aligning even if you cannot yet see it. That is the universe whispering to you. Be patient, just a little longer. It's happening. You have come so far. You have done the work. You have learned the lessons. You have grown in ways you never expected. And so have they. Even in their silence, even in their distance, they have been changing. They have been healing. They have been awakening to the truth that has been there all along. And now they are ready to step forward, ready to embrace what they once feared, ready to open their heart in a way they never could before. Because now they see, now they understand, now they know that love like this is not something to run from. It is something to cherish, something to honor, something to hold with both hands and never let go. And when they come back to you, it will not be as the person who once left. It will be as the person who has finally found their way, who has finally seen what you have known all along, that you are home, that you have always been home. And when love finds its way back to you, when you stand before each other once more, when the past no longer matters, because the present is so powerful, you will know that everything was worth it. Every moment of waiting, every lesson, every tear, every prayer. It was all leading you here, to this moment, to this love, to this divine destined reunion. So hold on, dear soul, not to fear, not to the doubt, but to the faith, to the knowing, to the love that has never left you. Because soon, very soon, love will lead you home. Even now it is happening. Even now the pieces are coming together. Even now the universe is working behind the scenes, shifting everything into place. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it fully, but trust that the movement is there. Trust that every moment of silence, every moment of distance has served a purpose. It was never a sign that love was gone. It was a sign that love was preparing you, preparing them, preparing the foundation for something that will last a lifetime. Because love like this does not come to teach small lessons. It does not come to be fleeting. It comes to transform, to awaken, to heal. And transformation takes time. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. You both had to walk this path. You both had to face yourselves. You both had to become the people you were always meant to be. And now the time of separation is nearing its end. The waiting is not forever. The lessons are not endless. The reunion is approaching. You can feel it, can't you? The energy has shifted. The air around you feels different. The signs have become clearer. The dreams have become more vivid. The messages from the universe are growing louder because something is happening. Something is aligning. Something is bringing you closer moment by moment. The soul cannot resist what is meant for it, no matter how much time has passed, no matter what has happened in between. The pull of love remains. The truth of love remains. Because when love is real, it cannot be forgotten. And this love is real. It is written in the stars. It is woven into the very fabric of your existence. It has lived within you from the moment your souls first met. And now it is finding its way back, not by force, not by chance, but by divine guidance, by the hands of the universe, gently placing everything where it needs to be, so that when you come together again, it is not as two lost souls searching for completion. It is as two whole beings, ready to share a love that is deep, sacred, and unbreakable. That is why you have waited. That is why the timing had to be right. That is why you had to trust, even when it was difficult. Because now, when this love returns, it will not be fragile. It will not be filled with fear. It will not be something that can slip away. It will be strong. It will be certain. It will be forever. So do not give in to doubt now. Do not let impatience steal your faith. You are so close, closer than you realize. The journey is almost complete. The waiting is almost over. The love you have held in your heart for so long is about to become your reality. And when that moment comes, you will see. You will understand why it had to happen this way. Why the universe asked you to trust. Why the angels whispered to you again and again, just wait. It's coming. And you will be grateful. Grateful for the lessons. Grateful for the growth. Grateful for the time apart. Because it made the love even stronger. Because it allowed both of you to step into the highest version of yourselves. So that when you come together again, it is not just for a moment, it is for a lifetime. That is what is happening now. That is what is unfolding before you. This love, your love, is making its way home. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to force it. You only need to trust. Because the universe never fails in delivering what is meant for you. It never forgets the love that is written in your destiny. And this love, the one you feel deep in your soul, the one that has never left you, the one that still pulls at your heart no matter how much time has passed, is written in yours. So breathe. Let go of the fear. Let go of the doubt. Let go of the need to know how or when. And simply trust. Because love is on its way. The universe has never failed you. And it will not start now. So stand in faith. Stand in knowing. Stand in the truth that has been with you all along. And soon, very soon, love will lead you home. Even at this moment, the energy is shifting. Even as you listen to these words, something inside you is awakening. A knowing. A deep, quiet understanding that everything is falling into place. Because real love never truly leaves. It may step back. It may take time. But it does not vanish. It does not disappear into nothing. It lives. It breathes. It remains. And you, dear soul, have carried this love inside you all along. Not as a weight. Not as a burden. But as a guiding light, a reminder of what is real, a reminder of what is coming. Because love is not lost. It is only waiting for the right moment. waiting for the right version of you, waiting for the right version of them. Because when love returns this time, it will not be like before. It will not come with confusion. It will not come with fear. It will come with clarity, with certainty, with truth. Because both of you will be ready, not just to love, but to love in the right way. Not just to be together, but to stay together. Because love, the kind that is meant for you, does not waver. It does not hesitate. It does not pull away when things become difficult. It stands strong. It stays present. It faces the storms and does not break. And that is the love you are stepping into. A love that does not fear the depth of emotion. A love that does not run when the heart opens fully. A love that does not question what the soul already knows. Because you are not just meant to love. You are meant to be loved, to be chosen, to be cherished. And the love that is coming for you will do just that. It will not make you doubt yourself. It will not make you question. It will not make you wonder if you are enough. Because you are enough. You always have been. You always will be. And when love returns, it will see you for all that you are. Not just the parts you show the world. Not just the version of you that feels safe to reveal. But all of you. Your light. Your shadows. Your heart in its purest form. And it will stay. Because this love is meant to last. This love is meant to grow. This love is meant to stand the test of time. And that is why you have had to wait. That is why you have had to trust. Because the love you seek is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is divine. And divine love requires divine timing. And that timing is now approaching. The universe is aligning everything. The pieces are falling into place. The doors that were once closed are opening. The hearts that were once guarded are softening. And soon, very soon, love will stand before you once again. Not as it was before. Not as something fragile, but as something powerful. Something whole. Something undeniable. And you will know in that moment that it was always meant to be. That every step of this journey was leading you here. That every challenge, every lesson, every moment of doubt was simply part of the path. A path that was always designed to bring you home. Home to love. Home to truth. Home to the soul that has been waiting for you all along. So hold on, dear soul, not to fear, not to be impatient, not to the need for answers, but to faith. Faith in what is unfolding. Faith in what you feel. Faith in the love that has never truly left. Because this love is returning. This love is finding its way back. It has always been moving toward you, even when you couldn't see it. Even when time and distance made it seem as if it had been lost. Love never truly disappears. It may shift, it may change its form, but it never ceases to exist. And now, it is returning to you. As surely as the tide finds its way back to the shore. As surely as the stars emerge from the darkness each night. And when it does, you will not need to chase it. Love is not something that can be pursued like a fleeting dream, or grasped like sand slipping through your fingers. It is not meant to be forced into existence, or molded into something it is not. True love arrives of its own accord, in its own perfect timing, in its own divine rhythm. It does not demand urgency or desperation. It does not require you to prove your worth or exhaust yourself trying to hold on. It comes because it was always meant to. Because love, real love, is drawn to the heart that is open and ready to receive it. You will not need to force it. You will not need to bend yourself to fit a version of love that is not truly yours. Love, when it is right, when it is whole, requires no distortion of your essence. It does not ask you to shrink, to compromise your soul, to dim your light for the sake of its presence. Instead, it flourishes in the space where you are entirely, authentically yourself. It welcomes you as you are, with all your beauty, all your depth, all your imperfections that are, in truth, the most perfect expressions of your uniqueness. Love will never be something you have to manipulate or struggle to keep. When it is real, it flows effortlessly, like a river moving toward the ocean, sure, steady, and undeniable. You will simply need to receive it, to open your heart, to trust in the way love has been weaving itself through the fabric of your life, even in the moments when you thought it had abandoned you. Love is not always obvious in its arrival. Sometimes it comes in quiet whispers, in gentle gestures, in the spaces between words. Sometimes it appears when you least expect it, when you have stopped searching, when you have made peace with the solitude of your own journey. And in that moment, all that is asked of you is to receive it, to allow yourself to be loved, to know that you are deserving of the depth and magnitude of the love that has found you once more, to embrace the love that was always meant for you, not the love that was temporary, that came and went like passing seasons, not the love that left you doubting, questioning, or feeling unworthy, but the love that was written for you before time even began, the love that has been calling to you through every heartbreak, through every lesson, through every moment of longing, the love that is not just a feeling, but a force, an unbreakable infinite energy that has always been guiding you home. This is the love that does not waver, that does not falter. It is the love that sees you, truly sees you, and chooses you in every lifetime, in every reality, in every version of yourself. And when that moment comes, when love stands before you, whole and unshakable, you will smile, because you will recognize it, not as something new, not as something foreign, but as something familiar, as if you had known it all along, as if it had been waiting patiently just beyond the horizon of your awareness, until you were ready to embrace it. And in that instant, every moment of waiting, every tear shed, every lesson learned will make sense. You will understand why it couldn't have come sooner, why it had to arrive exactly when it did. Because love is never late. It is never early. It is always, always right on time. You will breathe deeply, fully, with a peace that settles into your bones. No more anxiety, no more second-guessing, no more wondering if you are enough. You will know that you are, that you always were, that love was never about proving your worth, but about recognizing the worth that was always within you. And as you inhale the fullness of this moment, you will exhale every doubt, every fear, every lingering shadow of the past. You will breathe in love, and you will breathe out the remnants of anything that ever made you believe you were unworthy of it. And you will know without a doubt that love has finally led you home. Not just to another person, not just to a relationship, but to yourself. Because love, at its purest, does not only connect you to another, it reconnects you to the deepest parts of who you are. It is a mirror, reflecting back to you the truth of your own soul, reminding you of the love you carry within, the love that has always been enough. And in that knowing, you will find peace. You will find joy. You will find the kind of love that does not just fill the spaces in your heart, but expands it, making room for more beauty, more connection, more life. And so let love find its way back to you. Let it arrive without resistance, without fear. Let it flow freely, knowing that it belongs to you, that it was always meant for you. Do not chase, do not force, do not doubt. Simply open your heart, trust in its unfolding, and embrace the love that has been waiting for you all along. Because when it comes, it will not be fragile, it will not be fleeting, it will be whole, it will be unshakable, it will be home. Love is not something to be seized or conquered, nor is it a prize to be won through effort or sacrifice. Love, in its truest form, is a force of nature, an ever-present river, winding its way through the landscape of your life, sometimes hidden beneath the surface, sometimes rushing forth in a powerful current. But it is always there, flowing, waiting for you to step into its embrace. Too often we have been conditioned to believe that love must be earned, that it requires us to prove ourselves worthy. We have been taught to search for it outside of ourselves, to measure it by grand gestures, to equate it with possession. But love is not a transaction. It is not a fleeting exchange of affections or a temporary meeting of needs. Love is expansive, boundless, and beyond definition. It is something that arises naturally when we allow ourselves to be fully seen, when we trust in the goodness of what is meant for us, when we surrender to the divine orchestration of our lives. So let love come to you in its own time, in its own way. Let it unfold as it was always meant to. Release the grip of expectation, the need for control, the ache of longing that tells you love is something just beyond your reach. Love does not need to be grasped, it needs only to be received. And to receive it, you must first believe that you are worthy of it, that it is already yours, that it has never truly left you. You do not have to suffer for love. You do not have to beg for love. You do not have to diminish yourself to fit into the shape of someone else's expectations. The love that is meant for you will recognize you. It will honor you. It will not ask you to shrink, to silence yourself, to sacrifice your essence for the sake of its survival. Real love does not demand that you lose yourself. It invites you to become more of who you are. And when love finds you, when it arrives in its fullness, it will feel like home, not a home made of walls and windows, but a home within your own soul, a place where you are safe, where you are seen, where you are loved in the way you were always meant to be loved. It will not be something you have to hold together with fragile hands, fearing that it will slip through your fingers. It will be steady, unwavering, enduring. But even before love arrives, know this: you are already complete. You are not waiting to be made whole by another. You are not an unfinished story lacking its final chapter. Love does not come to complete you. It comes to mirror the love that already exists within you. It comes to remind you of the infinite wellspring of love that has always been inside of you, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be embraced. So let go of the fear that love will never arrive. Let go of the doubt that whispers you are unworthy. Let go of the past wounds that tell you love is painful, unpredictable, or unattainable. Those were not love's truths. Those were the echoes of hearts that did not yet know how to hold love without fear. But you know at this moment you are ready. You are ready to receive, to trust, to welcome love in all its radiant, boundless beauty. And when it comes, do not question it. Do not analyze it to the point of exhaustion. Do not guard your heart so tightly that love cannot enter. Instead, open, breathe, let yourself be vulnerable. Let yourself be held. Let yourself believe in love's goodness, in love's constancy, in love's sacred place in your life. Because love is not a rare miracle meant only for the lucky few. It is not a fleeting dream or a temporary gift. Love is eternal. Love is your birthright. Love is the language of the universe, speaking softly, persistently, always calling you home. So be still, be patient, trust. Love is already on its way to you. Too often we build walls around our hearts, mistaking them for protection when they are, in truth, barriers to the very thing we long for most. We fear love because it is powerful. We fear it because it requires surrender, and surrender can feel like loss when we have grown accustomed to control. We fear it because love transforms, and transformation, while beautiful, is often accompanied by discomfort. But love is not meant to be feared. Love is not meant to be dissected until it loses its magic. It is not meant to be rationed or withheld or earned through suffering. Love simply is. It is given freely by the universe, by the divine, by the very essence of existence. It does not demand qualifications, nor does it abide by human-imposed conditions. It does not play games, nor does it keep score. Love is the highest vibration, the most sacred of all energies, the force that sustains all things. To receive love is to soften, to let down the armor, to unlearn the wounds that told us we were unworthy, to silence the voices that insist we must prove ourselves before we can be loved. It is to accept that we are already whole, that love is not something external that completes us, but rather something intrinsic to our being. It is to know that we do not have to chase love, for love is always present, waiting for us to recognize it. And yet, how often do we let love pass us by? How often do we dismiss the gentle nudges, the quiet invitations, the serendipitous encounters that carry love's essence? How often do we push it away, convinced that we are safer without it, that our hearts will break if we allow them to be touched? We have been conditioned to believe that love is a gamble, a risk we may not recover from, a fleeting illusion that will inevitably fade. But this is not love's truth. Love does not come to harm, nor does it come to take away. Love comes only to expand, to elevate, to remind us of our divine nature. Love is patient. It does not force itself upon you, nor does it rush your unfolding. It waits in the wings, whispering to your soul, waiting for the moment when you will be ready to listen. Love does not punish hesitation, nor does it condemn your fears. It understands that healing takes time, that wounds do not close overnight, that trust must be cultivated. But love never leaves. Even when you resist, even when you doubt, even when you turn away, love remains. It follows you like a melody half-remembered, like the scent of a familiar place, like the warmth of the sun on your skin. To open to love is to open to life itself. It is to welcome the full spectrum of human experience, the joys, the sorrows, the triumphs. the heartbreaks, all of which are infused with love's presence. It is to recognize that love is not only found in romance, but in friendship, in kindness, in the touch of a hand, in the laughter of a child, in the quiet companionship of a soul who sees you truly. Love is in the stars that light the night sky, in the waves that kiss the shore, in the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind. Love is in every moment, if only we have the eyes to see it. And so when love arrives, when it knocks at your door, when it reaches for your hand, when it speaks your name, do not let fear be your answer. Do not run. Do not overthink. Do not convince yourself that love is a mistake, that you are not ready, that it is too good to be true. Instead, trust. Trust that love knows what it is doing. Trust that it would not come if it were not meant for you. Trust that even if love requires you to stretch beyond your comfort, even if it asks you to grow, even if it brings vulnerability, it is leading you somewhere beautiful. Because love, true love, is never something to be feared. It is not something to brace yourself against, nor something to prepare for as if it were a storm on the horizon. Love is the great unfolding, the divine embrace, the call back to who you have always been. It is not separate from you. It is within you. It is you. So breathe. Let go of the stories that tell you love is complicated. Let go of the narratives that insist you must suffer to be worthy of it. Let go of the past wounds that whisper caution when love comes knocking. Love is not your enemy. Love is not a danger to be avoided. Love is the very air you breathe, the very light that guides you. It is the answer to every question, the resolution to every doubt, the peace that quiets every storm. And when love comes, do not stand at the threshold debating whether to let it in. Open the door. Step forward. Take love's hand. Say yes. Because love is already here. Love has always been here. Love will always be here. And it has been waiting for you to see it, to embrace it, to trust it. Now is the time. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself receive what has always been meant for you. Let yourself surrender to the knowledge that love is not something you have to earn. It is not something you have to chase. It is not something that only comes to those who have proven their worth. You are worthy now. You have always been worthy. And love has never questioned that. It has only waited for you to see yourself the way it sees you, to see yourself as enough, as a whole, as deserving. Because love does not come to fix you. It does not come to complete you. It comes to meet you where you are as you are. It comes to stand beside you, not as something you need, but as something you choose, something you allow, something you trust. So let go of the walls you've built around your heart. Let go of the fear that tells you love will hurt you. Let go of the voice that says love is too risky, too fragile, too uncertain. Because love is none of those things. Love is steady. Love is patient. Love is the quiet strength that has been guiding you all along. And love is asking you now, in this moment, will you let me in? Will you trust me? Will you stop running? Will you stop doubting? Will you stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, and simply choose me? Because love is not waiting for perfection. It is waiting for openness. It is waiting for you to soften, to step forward, to say yes. Because when you say yes to love, you say yes to yourself. Yes to joy. Yes to peace. Yes to a life that is no longer lived in fear, but in full, open-hearted trust. So let go of the resistance. Let go of the old beliefs that told you love was meant to be a battle, that it was something to suffer for, that it was something that could be lost or taken away. Because real love, true, divine, destined love, is not fragile. It does not break when things become difficult. It does not retreat when fear arises. It does not disappear just because time passes. Love is infinite. Love is eternal. Love is the one thing that never fades, never wavers, never leaves. It is always here. It has always been here. And now it is asking you, will you finally see me? Will you finally trust me? Will you finally let yourself have what you have always deserved? Because you are ready now. You are no longer the person you were before, the one who doubted, the one who feared, the one who kept love at arm's length because it felt too big, too overwhelming, too real. You are ready, ready to love with your whole heart, ready to receive without fear, ready to let go of the past and step into the future that has been waiting for you. And love is ready too. It has always been ready. It has only been waiting for you to see, for you to trust, for you to surrender. So in this moment, take a breath. Feel the weight lifting from your heart. Feel the fear dissolving. Feel the past loosening its grip. You are stepping into something new now. Something deeper. Something truer. Something that has been waiting for you since the beginning of time. Because love has always been your destiny. It has always been your birthright. And now finally you are ready to claim it. So say yes. Say yes to love. Say yes to yourself. Say yes to the life you are meant to live. Because the moment you do, everything will change. Everything will shift. Everything will fall into place exactly as it was always meant to. And love, the love that has been guiding you home all along, will finally be yours to hold.